What is the difference between elective share and pretermitted spouse rights? Have you ever wondered how the law protects spouses when it comes to inheritance? Today, we will clarify the difference between elective share and pretermitted spouse rights. Understanding these terms is essential for anyone involved in estate planning. An elective share is a legal right that allows a surviving spouse to claim a specific portion of the deceased spouse's estate, regardless of what the will states. This portion is often around 30% of the entire elective estate. The elective estate includes a wide range of assets, including both probate and some non-probate assets. This means that even if a will tries to leave out a spouse, they cannot be completely disinherited. On the other hand, pretermitted spouse rights come into play when a spouse marries someone after a will has been created and is not mentioned in that will. If this happens, the pretermitted spouse is entitled to inherit a share of the probate estate as if the deceased had died without a will. This share is usually about half of the probate estate but only applies to assets that go through probate. Now, let's break down the key differences. First, the timing and eligibility matter. The elective share applies to any surviving spouse, no matter when they married, as long as they were married at the time of the deceased passing. In contrast, pretermitted spouse rights only apply to those who married after the will was made and were unintentionally left out. Next, consider the scope of assets. The elective share covers a broader range of assets, including both probate and some non-probate assets. Meanwhile, pretermitted spouse rights are limited to probate assets only. When it comes to calculating the share, the elective share is typically a fixed percentage, like 30% of the elective estate. The pretermitted spouse share is generally equivalent to what they would receive if the deceased had died without a will, which can be up to half of the probate estate. Lastly, a pretermitted spouse may have the option to choose between taking the elective share or the pretermitted spouse share, depending on which one benefits them more. From an estate planning perspective, knowing these differences is vital. It helps ensure that a surviving spouse's rights are protected and that clients understand how to structure their wills and asset ownership. For instance, if someone marries after creating a will, they should know that their new spouse may claim pretermitted spouse rights unless the will is updated. Additionally, there are other protections for surviving spouses, such as family allowances or exempt property rights. These provide financial support during the probate process and are separate from elective or pretermitted shares. In essence, elective share rights guarantee a surviving spouse a portion of a broad estate, while pretermitted spouse rights protect those omitted from a will due to the timing of marriage, granting them a share of only the probate estate. Both rights aim to prevent unintentional disinheritance but operate differently in practice.